All right, we're here today in Kinderhook. We are going to be cleaning the hummingbird feeders. I have this particular kind. I have about 8 of these feeders, and they worked out best for me. I've been doing this for somewhere between 15 and 20 years. Tried hundreds of feeders. Each had something that made it difficult to clean, or the birds didn't like it or something. These work out for me. Might not be for everybody, but for me these work out. So we're going to take this feeder and take it in to clean. It's been hanging for about 4 or 5 days, which would be the absolute maximum it could go without cleaning. We've had extreme heat, so the food lasts a shorter time. The birds need more of it, so it's imperative to get these feeders clean and keep those guys flying and keep them happy. So let's get started. We take this off and we're going. All right, we're gonna take this, we're gonna put her in the top. Get this one going. All right. Here's what we're doing. We're taking the main body here. We're going to give this thing a good scrubbing. Got the bottle brush with the foam on the bottom so I can get all the way around. All right, I think we got that one pretty well set. Super clean is the goal, and constant rinsing. A ton of water, everything you've used to clean you got to get rid of. The birds are very sensitive to any bad smells. They won't touch the feeder if they're not comfortable with what they're getting. All right, we're going to take this thing and we're going right over here. First of all, on the soap, we're using 7th generation soap, which is a super mild cleaner, and I've been using it for years, seems to be perfectly acceptable to the birds. So we'll get this thing out of the way. This thing's rinsed. Now we're going over here. What we're using here is the vinegar as one more cleaner. Get rid of all the bad stuff and filling it up. Turn it over. Let the bottle set for a few minutes. Now we're back here to the bottom part of the main feeder. And we're just going to go like this. We get rid of these things. And this particular unit, the base of it, same thing. Cleaning all the way around it. This water is super hot that I'm using, trying not to burn myself. Going around each particular feeder spout. Using this brush. Okay, we got an extra. Now we're going to swap this brush. We've got this brush for the actual tubes. And the inside, which is critical. We're going to go around all 4 of these. Especially if I get there. 1, 2, 3. I know they're clean inside. Now we're going to the toothbrush. And brushes are important here. All of these brushes, I got about 10 different brushes, but these particular brushes work perfectly with these feeders. So now I'm going to clean this tube one more time. Okay, I know I've got that. Get rid of that. We're back to the rinse. A lot of water, super clean. All right, now we're gonna take this unit out of here, get rid of this. We're going, again, super rinse. Get rid of the vinegar. The vinegar's a neutralizer. Works out perfectly. I don't know that most people use the vinegar. I'm comfortable with it as the final cleaner, neutralizer, if you will. Then go back to the heavy rinse. Vinegar smell is gone. And I know we've done the very best we can do. To drain this out, I'm gonna put this right here. I've already cleaned this base here, so I know that's safe. We're gonna take this particular unit, same thing with the vinegar. We'll pour it through a couple of times. I know the inside of the tubes are clean. I'm gonna turn this over, let this stay in there for a few minutes. Now, we're going to the flower part of the unit. We'll clean each one of these. 4 of them on this particular feeder. Any points where the bird food can get to, gotta be super clean. There's one. Two. I think the soaking action works a lot, works well. Again, I got this real hot with the mild soap. And we're on number 4 with the same big bottle brush. Now we switch brushes. I got this particular brush that works exactly for these openings on the bottom, so do each one of them. I know when I get done with this, each spot has been hit at least a couple of times. On the very back of it where it connects, we'll do that one. Okay, number 4. I know that's clean. Heavy rinse. Okay, well, these things are going into the vinegar bath. Works out perfectly with the bowl, just happens to fit the feeder base units perfectly. Now, we're back to we are at the tough part, the yellow feeder balls, which the hummingbird works their tongue right through. It's amazing, but these can really get dirty. And if you've had this kind of a feeder, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So take the toothbrush, scrubbing the top, same thing, scrubbing on the bottom. Okay, there's one. Two. Get these 2. Super scrubbing. I can look at these, I know I've got them pretty clean. Now, we're to the tough part right here. We take this unit, this comes open. It's tough for me because I have no fingernails, and this part drives me crazy a lot. Scrubbing on the inside now. And I've busted these top caps off a lot of times, toss them out, put another one on it. Figure out where the hinge part is, get it open gently. Cleaning the top of that inside, same thing. And you will be able to tell. You'll see a dark spot on these things if you don't have that perfectly clean. You'll be able to see that. And that is key. You got to get rid of any leftover stuff. And the thing really does come perfectly clean. Soaking action works, but now you got to use a toothbrush and get it clean. Okay, there's 3. Open this one up. Happy I was able to do that without busting that top off. Last time I did one of the feeders, I busted 2 of them. All right, I know I've got them clean. All right. Now back to the rinse. All right, now we're putting these in the vinegar for a minute. Doesn't matter, I like the way it looks symmetrically, but you don't really need to do that. All right, we're gonna give that just a few seconds. Then we're gonna be back to the heavy rinse on these things. If I were doing 5 or 6 of these feeders, I'd be starting on the next one, cleaning that all the way around. When that one's done, then I know this one's done soaking. We're gonna say that's enough for today. Back to the heavy, heavy rinse. You put the top on the water, keep the hot water hot. Take this one, take our 4 flour cups, get them clean, rinsed. Okay, there's the 4 cups. Now let's go to the yellow units. All right, that goes to that part of it. Now let's reassemble. Smells neutral, no smell, no soap, no vinegar, all clean. I know the bird's going to be happy. Okay, we'll put these units on. Snap the caps back together, snuggle that right in. Same thing, they practically want to go back together. I think they're happier when they're closed. All right, that's all back together. We got this one. Now here's the last thing that we're going to do today. Didn't have this out. I keep the bird food cold. I realize once you set it outside, the cold is gone. Tends to hold it. You probably could get 4 to 6 days if it's because I keep this refrigerator really cold. No more than that, the stuff starts to go bad. It's trying to break down all the time. So now, just a matter of filling this unit. Reassemble the bottom. And that is clean, fill, ready to hang, and the birds are going to be happy. All right. All right, we've got the feeder full. We're getting ready to hang it up. I know the birds are waiting, they're probably watching us. And we're gonna hang this thing up, step out of the way, and get ready for, at least they'll be ready for their lunch or dinner, who knows. And we're good to go. Thank you.